When Luke Skywalker faced his greatest test and confronted not only the darkness within himself, but the Sith, he declared himself a Jedi Knight and renounced the Lord of the Dark Side. Yet the conflict was not over. Luke's refusal placed him at the mercy of the Emperor, and he was struck by deadly Force lightning. As we've seen before in the case of Grandmaster Yoda in the prequel trilogy, it was possible for a Jedi to catch or deflect Force lightning. This raises several questions about why Luke didn't defend himself when the Emperor used lightning against him. Did Luke know about Force lightning at all? Was he aware that he could deflect it? Or did Yoda ever teach him how or warn him about Force lightning? There actually is some very interesting information given about this in the novelization of Return of the Jedi. First, let's look at what we know from the lore about deflecting Force lightning. It was possible as Yoda could do it, however it isn't fully explained how he did or how he learned how to do it. In the novelization of Attack of the Clones, it's stated that it required great effort from Yoda to accomplish, and Dooku was shocked when Yoda did so. Afterwards, as explained in the Legends novel Labyrinth of Evil, Dooku believed that the only way Yoda could have known how to deflect Force lightning was by using the dark side himself. But the reason that it may seem odd that Luke didn't deflect the lightning is because Yoda was his master, so it stands to reason that Yoda should have taught him about that aspect of the Force, since he was training Luke to one day confront the Sith. But perhaps Yoda decided not to. After all, Luke's training on Dagobah was more of a crash course on learning how to control his emotions and access the powers of the Force. Maybe it isn't so unreasonable to think that Yoda didn't teach him about Force lightning because he didn't think Luke was going to leave Dagobah so abruptly. However, in the novelization of Return of the Jedi, Luke's thoughts are explained just as Palpatine attacks him with lightning, which finally gives us the full answer to our question. Palpatine raised his spidery arms toward Luke, and blinding white bolts of energy burst from his fingers, shot across the room like sorcerous lightning, and tore through Luke's insides. The young Jedi was at once confounded and in agony. He'd never heard of such a power, such a corruption of the Force, let alone experienced it. But if it was a power through the Force, Luke thought that perhaps it could be repelled by the Force. He raised his arms to deflect the bolts of lightning. Initially, he was successful. The lightning rebounded from his touch, harmlessly hitting the walls. Soon, though, the shocks came with such speed and power, they coursed over and into him, and he could only shrink before them, convulsing with pain. His powers diminished. So, the novelization confirms that Luke didn't know what Force lightning was, yet, shockingly enough, he was able to deflect it with his bare hands for a brief moment. It's honestly just a great moment that shows how much raw power Luke had in the Force, even if he was only able to deflect Palpatine's lightning for a moment. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and may the Force be with you.